Hey everybody, there's a lot of great things about the future Trunks arc. There's a lot of stupid things. Today I'll be bringing you my top 10 list of coolest things from the future Trunks arc in Dragon Ball Super.
Number 10.
Number 10 is the character of Mai, the concept of her character, the leading resistance figurehead, and romantic interest for Trunks. The fact that you have basically the only hope for the world in Trunks teaming up with this resistance leader in Mai, and them having a connection with each other, her being there for him being there for the humans, is really great. Because he is alone in this. He is so much more powerful than anybody. He is basically their only hope. And he needs somebody, like emotionally. Mai is there for him emotionally. And it's such a great concept that we haven't really gotten a whole lot in the Dragon Ball series in terms of this kind of romantic kind of stuff. So I thought that was really great.
Number 9.
Character moments. Of course, Dragon Ball Super is pretty good for their character moments, both humorous and badass. So a lot of people thought this was stupid, but Piccolo doing the cell phone video with the Mufuba, I thought that was great. It was really stupid, but I thought that was a great character moment. Yajirobe swooping in, saving them, dragging them off before they go back into the past after they got defeated by Zami-chan and Black. And of course, a big one is the father-son Gallic gun, where Trunks is trying his best to fend off Fuse Zami-chan. Vegeta steps up and says, "Okay, son, I'm gonna help you out here. We're gonna do this together." Great character moments.
Number 8.
Now, a lot of people think this was kind of dumb. It wasn't explained. It didn't make a lot of sense. But the way that Trunks defeated Zami-chan, and the fact that it was instantly downplayed in the next episode, regardless of those facts, Trunks defeating Zami-chan, creating that spirit bomb sword, using all of the people's will to survive and their will to defeat their enemy, and Trunks' will and all of his hardships that he built up, that he worked so hard to obtain, concentrated into that sword, cutting Zami-chan in half. Perfect way to defeat that villain. Excellent scene. Great stuff.
Number 7.
Vegito, big surprise, absolute badass. Everything that he said in that half an episode that he was there, perfect. Such a badass. He was powerful. He was kicking the shit out of Fuse Zami-chan. Vegito is an absolute badass, wrecking the crap out of Fuse Zami-chan.
Number 6.
Okay, this saga had some really, really awesome power-ups. Everybody had a power-up. Vegeta had a power-up, Goku had a power-up, Trunks had multiple power-ups. It wasn't explained, but Trunks' new transformation. At first when I saw it, I didn't think it was a new transformation. I thought it was just a massive, massive power-up, massive like rage boost kind of thing, and that he would never see it again. But of course, an episode or two later, you see that he just transforms back into it like it was cake. Super badass form, really cool. Goku, after finding out that Zami-chan killed his family, his whole raging out, powering up, kicking the shit out of Black and Zami-chan at the same moment. That was so badass. Great Goku moment. One of my top of all time. Now, Vegeta obviously also had a power-up in that he went into the hyperbolic time chamber, trained his ass off, blew up the time chamber, went back and kicked the absolute shit out of Black. Such a cool power-up for Vegeta. Of course, Zami-chan had the power-up from fusing. Really, really great power-ups.
Number 5.
Now, I mentioned this earlier, the father-son Gallic gun. Trunks stepping up to defend his world, to do whatever he can to defeat this monster, basically. And Vegeta seeing his struggle and seeing how much effort he's putting in, how much his son is struggling, and he is going past his maximum limits. And Vegeta says, "Okay, that's right, Trunks, get him. And now I'm going to help too." That father-son Gallic gun, amazing moments. One of my top of the series.
Number 4.
The fights in this arc, compared to what we've seen in Dragon Ball Super, were super badass. I mentioned earlier Goku's rage boost. The choreography in that was great. Earlier on, Goku and Trunks teaming up, basically a tag team match against Zamasu and Black. Goku and Trunks teaming up together, 2 versus 2. Choreography was great, animation was great. Vegeta kicking the crap out of Black, and of course a little bit later on, Trunks fighting Black and Gallic gunning him like miles away. That was pretty awesome.
Number 3.
This leads us to the animation. The animation in this arc compared to the rest of Dragon Ball Super, pretty spot on. You still see a lot of dirt face, a lot of wonky arms and legs that are too long, disproportionate bodies here and there, but especially with some moments of animation when Vegito was coming in, the Goku, Trunks, Black, and Zami-chan tag team battle that had some really, really great animation. Fluid movements, great choreography, great animation compared to the rest of Super.
Number 2.
My number 2 is going to be the character of Zami-chan, the concept of his character. It's a little bit different than what we've seen. Usually with the Dragon Ball character, we have a bad guy who has questionable motives. He just wants to be bad. He likes evil. They want to destroy the world. Whatever. Zami-chan has some motivation. He sees all of the mortals. He sees the violence that they're capable. He abhors their violence towards one another. He thinks they're awful. So he thinks that the universe as a whole would be a better place without the mortals. And he is a god. This is not his place to judge. So it's kind of, I've stated earlier, kind of like Anakin Skywalker's fall to the dark side. I do think Zami-chan's fall was a little too fast. A little too weird pacing there. Could have been done a little bit better. But the concept of a Kai falling from grace and basically becoming the thing that they are basically against. It was a great concept. And the fact that he is eradicating mortals for a reason is great.
Number 1.
And my number 1 is the overall story. A lot of times in Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball series, the story is a bad guy comes, they fight and defeat the bad guy. Like the Resurrection F saga, Battle of Gods saga, and then of course you have the tournament. So lots and lots of tournaments in Dragon Ball. You have the Universe 7 or the Universe 6 tournament in Dragon Ball Super. But now we have an actual deep story where the villain has motivations and there are actually consequences and overarching themes that go into this story. And they have to actually go into the future. I love that. Having Goku and Vegeta go into the future and they actually fight in this future. That was great. When they first got there, I was like so stoked to see that and to see them fight in this rubble in the midst of this city that has been torn down. It was a great concept. The overall story, of course, compared to the rest of the series, is probably the best story in the Dragon Ball Super series so far. And those are the reasons why I put overall story in number 1 slot, because it has more elements, more to it than we've seen in the series thus far. But I'd like to thank everybody for watching. That has been my top 10 list of coolest things from the Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks arc. I'd like to invite everybody to subscribe to the channel because there's going to be more videos coming in the future. I do Dragon Ball videos, Dragon Ball discussions, cooking videos, and of course let me know what you thought was the coolest things about the Future Trunks arc. But thank you for watching and have a good one.